to send me a fake STD test.
For just $20, anybody could get a fake STD test panel in a matter of minutes that looks just like the real thing. According to the sites that generate them, they're, quote, for entertainment purposes only. But what happens when they're used to deceive people?
My Tinder bio was very, upfront that I was looking for casual sex. I was like, you seem like a likable person, so, if you are in fact likable in real life, I'm gonna ask you for a test so that eventually we can have sex. Unfortunately, that was met with resistance. His excuse was that he didn't have time, nor did he feel like he needed to get tested because he felt very confident that he was, quote, clean. So I decided to leave him alone and move on with my life. A week or so later, he texts me again and is like, I'm really interested in you, so I'll go ahead and schedule something so I can get this test. He was gonna get a same-day test on a Saturday. So that was the first red flag, because I'm like, who in the world out here is doing same-day tests on a Saturday? So I'll believe it when I see it, right? Saturday comes along, he sends me this STD test as a screenshot via text. I see the test and I'm initially excited because I'm like, okay, great, I'm gonna get to see this man. But then, right, I have to double check it. I'm like, okay, let me look up this lab that I've somehow never heard of. Lo and behold, the lab does not exist. Okay, so this is looking a little sus because when I look up QV Laboratory Corp, pretty much the only thing that comes up is fakestdtests.com or whatever the fuck. Also, I can't seem to find this doctor listed on this test. The doctor that he listed on the test is a dead Japanese samurai philosopher. So, all right, obviously this doctor did not exist. I'm like, okay, well, send me a picture of where you got your blood drawn because, right, there's like hepatitis B and C on this list, like you got your blood drawn to take this test. So he sends me a picture of a puncture wound in his arm. So I take this information and I'm like, upon further examination, this test actually looks really fake. He's just not taking accountability for it. Like, he's just not, like, this is not, registering for him. The more that I thought about it and the more I shared it with people and received feedback about it, the more I realized, like, how messed up it was.
After speaking with Sage, I wanted to visit a fake STD test site for myself. Let's see what it takes to generate one. Let's go ahead and try fakestdtest.com. It looks like you can get a free version of the test or pay $20 so you can customize the patient name, lab location, and physician name. We'll pick the premium, and after picking which one you want, it does immediately take you to a user agreement page with a disclaimer. Practically speaking though, these sites have no way to make sure that people aren't using these sites to deceive people. So we'll agree, and here's where I enter my information. I can customize the lab location and the doctor's name. You can specify what results you want on the test. We're gonna go with negative for everything. HIV and herpes are not listed as options on the panel, which indicates that the site could be concerned about facing legal action. So I just got my test results. The process only took about 3 minutes. It looks like the test is from AM Lab. At first glance, it looks like a real test. Let's look up AM Lab and see what comes up. There's research at the University of Washington, Amsterdam Machine Learning Lab. I did get a search result for AM Labs. It looks like it's a sex toy company. At the very bottom, in very small text, it does disclaim that this is a prank report. Someone could easily miss this if they don't zoom in and look at these test results in detail.
I noticed that when Homeboy gave me the fake test, at the very bottom of it, it says, right, this is a fake test, but you could easily just cover that up. Number one, is this funny? Like, who is finding this funny? Is this really getting the hee-hees and the ha-has that they want? I have my doubts, But it does concern me how not in your face it is that this is a joke if that is their intention. It is especially alarming to me specifically because, right, my livelihood is tied into my sexual health. I'm a performer. I have to take into account my sexual health and the sexual health of my partners on camera. I can't work if I'm not, if I can't present like a healthy test. I also want to be very careful of not further stigmatizing STDs and STIs because everyone will get one, it happens. Like, we're human beings. But I have to consider, right, the time that it would take away from my ability to make money.
The stigmatization of sexually transmitted infections also plays a role in people not wanting to be tested, and ultimately, it seems, prank STD test sites exist because of the stigma.
Some people don't want to get tested because they don't want to be seen at an STD clinic. There's also the stigma that if you are someone who gets tested frequently or likes to stay up on top of your test, you are probably someone who gets a lot of STDs. How is everyone going to keep their health in check if there's all these barriers? So I really do feel like unpacking the stigma around STDs and STIs will really help people be more proactive in their health.
After Sage realized she had been sent fake test results, she took to social media to share tips on how to spot a fake STD test.
Here's how you can see if a test is actually accurate. Look up the company that is listed on the test to see if this laboratory actually exists. Do the same with the doctor to see if the doctor actually exists.
Or the dates, right? You can't get tested in the future. Make sure that the dates line up on the test. You could ask for a screenshot of the bank transaction in which they paid for their test. You could have someone screen record them opening up their test from the source, whether that be through email or the app that their healthcare provider uses. You could also do the old-fashioned go into the same test clinic with them and get tested together. I think that this experience has simply opened my eyes up to the ways in which people can behave, because quite frankly, this was shocking. I didn't know that people were out here doing this. And so it has definitely inspired more diligence within me when it comes to meeting new people and making sure that, everything checks out.
It's not cool, man. Find you one woman that you trust, you value, and lock it down. Same goes for a woman. Find you one man you trust, you love, lock it down. Alright? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, bro. How do y'all feel about this, bro? How do everybody feel about this? Really? Really? Because I'm very fed up about this, man. And it's people out here that's literally doing it as we speak right now. As you watching this video right now, it's people out here that's doing this to other people and ruining their lives. Ruining every single person's life, bro. And it's sad. It's sad, man. And it's really nothing we can do but to try to protect another. Alright? I love you guys, man. Make sure y'all take care of yourselves out there, bro. Like I said, take care of yourselves, bro. Take care of yourselves, man. Alright? If y'all didn't already, if y'all like this content, don't forget to hit like, comment, subscribe. If you don't and you disagree with what I said, don't forget to hit dislike. And I love you guys. Catch you guys in the next video. Alright? Peace.